Hi everyone, guess what I got cooking in the crock pot today? I am making French onion dip. Now this is a roast cooked in the crock pot with delicious flavorings. We're going to pile that high on top of a hoagie bun, add some cheese to it, make a French onion dip, and then we got that Anju gravy that we're going to be able to dip our sandwiches into. Oh, do you want one? I am using a 2.5 pound chuck tender roast here. Now you can use any kind of roast that you would like. You can go up to a 4 pound with this recipe here. And what I'm going to do, because I want to cook mine a little faster, is I'm just going to cut this into chunks. If you want to leave it whole and cook this low and slow all day for 8 to 10 hours, then you can just leave this whole. I'm going to cut this so that it cooks faster than that. And now that I have these all cut, we are going to generously season with salt on the top part here, some pepper, and some garlic powder. Okay, I'm just going to use my fork here and just kind of press the seasonings into the meat, because we're going to turn this over and season the other side. I've got 3 yellow onions here. What I'm going to do is slice these. I'm going to cut my onion in half. And then I'm just going to make slices. Now I just follow the lines of the onion here. Okay, I'm going to place a large skillet over a medium-high heat. I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of cooking oil and 1 tablespoon of butter. We're going to bring that to a sizzle and get this pan nice and hot. Okay, it's nice and sizzly now. We're going to go ahead and add our chuck roast pieces. We're going to let that sit on one side for about 4 minutes. What we're trying to do is get a nice browning on it and a sear, which will lock in the delicious flavors of the roast and give it a nice color also. Look at that color right there. Really nice. Okay, I'm going to move my roast over. I'm going to add all of my onions. You put 1 tablespoon of butter right here. I'm going to season with a little salt and pepper. Just going to cook these down a little bit while our roast is browning up here, and give a nice flavor to the onions before they go in to the crock pot. Alright, I'm going to start moving my roast to the sides. And just give them 1 minute on each side. Okay, now that our roast is nice and browned and the onions have softened down just a little bit with some nice delicious flavors here, we're going to go ahead and place this all into our crock pot. I'm going to place half my onions on the bottom, give a little seat for the roast to sit on. Okay, I'm going to pour in the juices and all of the rest of the onions. It's all flavor. Okay, we're going to start making our Anju sauce. We like to dip our sandwiches, our French onion sandwiches, into a Anju sauce. What we're going to do is I've got 3 cups of some beef broth. I like to use this better than bouillon. It just adds a wonderful flavor to anything. This is a roasted beef base flavor, and all I do is take 3 teaspoons and mix it up with some water, and I got 3 cups of water in here. I have one 10-ounce can of French onion soup. I'm going to add that. I'm going to add some Worcestershire, a couple of teaspoons. Worcestershire adds a great flavor, but you also, if you don't like Worcestershire, you don't have to put it in. I'm going to add some pepper, about 1/4 teaspoon, some garlic powder. All right, we're going to mix this all together, and then we're going to pour this over the roast and the onions. And get all that good stuff out of there. We're going to place a lid on this. We're going to cook this on low. If you were using a full roast in here, then you'd want to go 8 to 10 hours. If your roast is cut up like mine is here, you can even go 6 to 8 hours on low. If you want to do high heat, I mean, you can go anywhere between 4 to 6 hours. Just give it a check. What we're looking for is this roast to pull apart with forks and be really tender. Okay, the roast is very tender and completely done. What I'm going to do is take it out and shred the roast up. Okay, I'm just going to take 2 forks because this is really tender. Do you see that? And I'm just going to shred it up. This was, let's see, 7 hours in the crock pot on low. Once I get this all shredded up, I'm going to place it back into the crock pot so I can absorb all of that delicious au jus in there. And then we're going to build a sandwich. Okay, I'm ready to show you how I made this sandwich. I toasted some sub rolls here. I'm just putting some mayonnaise on. Got some provolone cheese. Lay it across my sandwich here. I'm just going to put some parsley on, give it some nice color. I'm going to add my beef from the crock pot. Close that up. And don't forget that delicious au jus from the crock pot. And you're certainly going to want to dip your sandwich into there. If you want to just take the whole sandwich and dunk, there we go. That is so delicious. The meat is so tender, so full of flavor. I might have to take my husband's sandwich here.
No.
And run away.
I'll catch you.
Okay. Y'all, let me know what you think of my crock pot French dip sandwiches. Give me a thumbs up on this one. Make sure that you subscribe down below if you were new to my channel, and give us a comment. Make sure you share this one with your crock pot friends and family. I will see you on my next episode.